Let's look at some parts so you can understand how to find the height, the width, and the depth. So in your packet, you've got 768, and this is going to be the front. So if that's the front, we've got to find the overall height, width, and depth. Ignore this, it has a break in it, and that's just because this thing is 9 1/4 inches long and they didn't want to draw it that long. So that is your width. There's your overall width. Let's find our height. Where's our tallest point? Is that it? I don't think so. That is going to be my tallest point. You have to look at everything. Just don't assume that, oh, there's my number, and that's what it is. You've got to look at all the numbers. And then how deep does it go back? That is the depth of the part. So you have to look and see where different things lay on the drawing, but not every part is going to give you the overall dimension. So you may have something like this, and you have the front view. This is going to be the front. Well, the width is only to the center line. So you're going to have to look at the part and see, okay, there's this 1 3/8 radius. So the radius is the distance from the center out. So from the center out to the edge, that's going to be 1 3/8. So to find the overall width, I have to add 3 1/2 plus 1 3/8. To find the height, it's not 1 3/8, that only goes to the center line. I have this 3/4 radius that's going to the top of the part. So I have to add 1 3/8 plus this 3/4 radius. That's going to give me my height. Now I have to find the depth. A lot of people look at this part and they'll start adding these numbers up and think that's the depth, but that is not the widest part on this. From here to here is the widest part, and that has a 1 3/8 radius. So in order to find the diameter of that, I just multiply it by 2. So I have to add 1 3/8 plus 1 3/8 to get the depth of that part. So you have to look at everything. Look at 764. It gives me the width. It gives me the height. Now you have to figure out the depth. So you've got to look at everything on this part and see how you can find its overall depth. So looking at it, I've got a 5/8 radius, okay, and that's going to take me to the center point. Then I've got a 1/2 inch, that's going to take me to this point. Well, this is all on the same place, so then I have to go to this 1 inch and then this 5/8 radius. So I have to add these 4 numbers together in order to get the depth. So you have to look at every part. So the centering formula worksheet, you're going to have a part, and you're going to give me the height, the width, and the depth. And then you solve the formula, the layout C formula, and then you write down the offsets for the up and from the side to side. So you've got a cheat sheet in Canvas. I gave you a hard copy. Here is the 3-view formula for layout C. There's a cheat sheet on the back. You got a cheat sheet here. So when you're doing this worksheet, you're giving me the height, the width, and the depth. You're solving the formula, and then you're writing your offsets. So pay attention to your numbers. On the back, that is 15/16 and 1 5/16. With this part, you have to add to get the overall height, you have to add to get the overall width, and you have to add to get the overall depth. So pay attention to your numbers. So this is how you do the centering formula worksheet.